You know, every time I start one of these, I just say the player and their characters' names because that's easy to edit. Uh, but you just end up seeing the players in the description and the characters 5 seconds after the game starts. So I'm just going to start the game. It's Wayward versus Dabomb. Mix-ups. They're cool. As we see in this clip, Wayward actually gets 2 wrong blocks here. After the J5A, you get 2 wrong blocks, and after that, he throws out a bullet. And what that leads Dabomb to do is he wants to border escape right after that bullet, because wrong blocking something twice means that you are a little bit mentally pressured. I don't know if you've ever you've gotten pressured by somebody really good. It sort of feels indomitable. It feels like they're in your head. So you kind of get into a bit of a fight or flight response, and that's what happens there. So if you are up against somebody and you are pressuring them, and you just get a whole bunch of wrong blocks, you guess correctly, the second you use a bullet, they're probably going to border escape out of pure fear. As we see there, again, the border escape was used right after a right block. Again, out of fear. Iku has kind of a weak defense already, so the more you can escape, you are going to want to. You want to escape when you can, because there aren't that many points when you can actually escape safely as Iku. She's very tall, so she gets hit by a lot. And she's very slow, and her backdash sucks. And her dial sucks. And Youmu's really short, so her 5A just kind of whiffs most of the time. Now, before we get too far into Typhoon here, I'd like to point out that Wayward has the 3-card Green Sword Meditation, which is a very effective tool in Typhoon, because you can't block in Typhoon, so it covers a pretty wide radius. It's not quite as good as the 4-card Blue Sword, but it's getting there. I think that was actually a character-specific conversion. It might be just totally universal and I just suck, but I usually don't see the Iku. That J5A there kind of it felt a little bit like, snuck in there at the end. I usually see Ikus just go for the J2A there at the end, but Dabomb, he really knows how to eke out every little bit of damage from his conversions. It seems like a really small thing, but I noticed. Good job. And that was another read. The J8A there, expecting Wayward to do a high jump. And it didn't work, but he didn't really get punished for it, so it's fine. That was really interesting. There's a lot of weird conversions happening here. I'm not sure if J8A would have actually worked there. It feels like it should, but also the way that it was just so confidently not done makes me think that it wouldn't have worked, and I have no idea why. Somebody should let me know if that would have worked or not. Oh man, that sucks. You'd hate to see it. What happened there? So first of all, that was a really cool wrong blocked J5A into a cross up, but the crush was supposed to go into J5A, but it didn't really work. And that just sucks sometimes. Sometimes you go for the J5A and you just end up land canceling and then nothing happens. Though Wayward picked up onto more pressure. See, that was the combo from before that ended with J8A. I really feel like that one should have landed. I'm not sure if it would have or not, because it was like kind of weird spacing. Oh my god, that was so cool. Catfish has such an interesting interaction in so many situations here. I keep rewinding. I know it's probably gonna mess up the replay here. Veils Like Sky doesn't actually... It's punishable on frame 1 of the wake up. That was so either well timed by Wayward or poorly timed by Dabomb there. That was just the most incredible stroke of luck for Wayward that happened the way that it happened. There's one frame, 1/60th of a second, where that kind of thing will work. And it worked, and you get a free knockdown, and you get to waste some time off of Veil. Good job. I'm once again talking about Dabomb's conversions here. The 5B, the J5B there, most people would just go for like a J6C, but Dabomb knows that the J5B in this specific matchup will land with 2 hits instead of J6Cs, and it'll do a little bit more damage, which is why he did it, because he just does stuff like that. Dabomb's built different, man. Who thinks of these conversions? It's incredible. Bit of a well-timed J5A there. That was really nice from Wayward, because he kind of gave a little bit of time for that to work, and it did. If you delay that J5A a little bit, then somebody might try to escape. It's a bit of a mind game, because if they're expecting the J5A to be immediately done, then they're gonna block. But if you give them just that slightest bit of delay, they might think that they can get away with not blocking. Like you're going for a reset there, you're expecting them to just kind of drop down so you can go back to more ground pressure. But Wayward did the slightly delayed J5A to defeat that particular defense quite handily. Game 2. That was actually kind of a standard combo. Most Ikus do that one. I don't know what he was going for there. I have this feeling like Dabomb was going to go for like a J66, J5A there, but that was a really kooky starter to conversion in mid-screen. Going for the high jump 8 cancel into the J6C, I thought that some spicy things were going to happen there. I want to talk about this a little bit of mental pressure here. So, Wayward immediately levels up the skill card, Intolerant of Ichi, which is a grab. He then goes for running after Dabomb's tech out, which means like he's going to be right there for wake up, so he's going to be in point blank range. Dabomb, I'm assuming, thinks that Wayward is going to go for a grab here, so he tries to high jump out, because that's how you beat grabs, you have to high jump. However, what Wayward went for, not a jab, but a J6A. He was so confident that Dabomb was going to high jump out, that he just went for the counter hit starter, because jab wouldn't really counter hit, it would just kind of be an awkward conversion, it might not go anywhere, but a J6A would go everywhere. As we see, it goes for a limit for 1.8k. By the way, just a quick little tidbit in case you weren't aware. Veils Like Sky, the 4 card that Dabomb is using there, it means that when you graze, you're invulnerable to anything. You get to graze everything for free, basically. And it lasts a while. It's kind of one of the most hated cards that Iku has, because it just means you get to block for most of neutral, if the Iku does it right. There's a bit of a mental pressure associated with it, because while Iku's attacking, she's not grazing, so if you can catch her when she's attacking, then you can get her while she's a sitting duck. However, most of Iku's best moves are already kind of low commitment. They don't really last a while. So she can afford to just kind of graze into you, as we see here, and just get you. Wayward got. Oh, that was disgusting. That was so gross. So, Dabomb goes for the combo there, but instead of ending it, he immediately goes for the re-jump. Wayward techs out, and he gets hit again. That was... oh man, these conversions are insane from Dabomb today. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what the thought process was necessarily from Wayward. I think for some reason he thought that Dabomb was going to forget that the 4-card blue sword, which is what was just used there, was a melee, and he was just going to graze into it as if he had Veil. Maybe Wayward thought that he had Veil, but that doesn't really make sense either. It was a bit of a weird read, because it is very reactable. It's not the kind of thing that you can just kind of do and make it work. And if somebody's blocking it, it does chip damage anyway. I'm assuming that Dabomb finishes it here. Oh! That is unfortunate. The last hit from the 3-card messed up the combo, so he got to air tech out. So he used another 3-card. It does a whole bunch of damage. I don't see any way that Wayward gets out of this alive. Also, Dabomb, that Iku frame looks a little bit weird. I don't like that one. Yeah, that was it. Well, that was a really cool set, actually. I think that Dabomb's conversions are always really incredibly on fire. I mean, he won the end of the year tournament, the last one, for a reason. He's a very, very consistently good player, and I'm glad that he showed these conversions in such a convincing way. I'm still waiting for that high jump 8 J6C combo to end.